Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, and as always, huge thank you for the support. So today I'm coming back with the Starbound Wonder, which is the kit from the Hunkydory magazine 74. Firstly, just have to make a little bit of an apology because I did say last time that they didn't seem to have match sheets like the usual kits do, and when I read the magazine it does show that in fact there are. So if you want to follow those guidelines, obviously you can. They will sort of work with any sheet anyway, so it's not a big problem that I've gone off track a little bit. But if you are wanting to keep to the guide, you know, to the ones that they've set out, then they are there in the magazine for you. So I'm going to start today with a fun fold. So I'm going to bring in my old grotty trimmer, so apologies. I have had it a very long time and I have abused it a lot. So let me just bring that down a little bit. And I've got a piece of A4 card. Mine's 300 GSM, but if you've got something like a 250, this probably work better because of the folds. So if you've got a lighter weight card, then obviously go ahead and use that. Just want to check that that's quite nice and square. It does look like it is okay. So, okay, and I just want to say as well, huge thank you for the support you guys show me. I do say it every week, and it's just because I really do appreciate that. Okay, back to the card. So I'm going to bring in the scoreboard, and I have made this card once before. And I'm going to score 2 inches, and then I'm going to turn that round and score 2 inches again. Okay, so you've got a crisscross, and then what I'm going to do is just put a little notch at the 4, and again if I turn it around and do it on the back for this one, a little notch at the 4 on there. And then I'm going to pop those marks on my black line on my scoreboard. I'm going to score across them on the diagonal. So I'm not sure, there you go, you can pick that up. So you've got the 2 inches, 2 inches, and then an extra 2 inches on the diagonal. Okay, so let's pop that down. And give these a good fold. So just folding all of those crease lines down and across there. And what you should find is that when you put that one in there and that one in there, you've got that nice little diamond on the corner. Oh, so that way. Okay. So it's that way up. So usually it's in the left hand corner. You can do it in the other corner if you want. It's up to you. But that's the fold, and I think it's called a corner pop out fun fold, or a fun fold corner pop out, something like that. Okay, so that's our basis for our card. So the inside of it is still 6 by 6, and then we've got these 2 inch pieces there. So let's bring in the old the little Hunkydory trimmer. And I've got a piece of that 6 by 6 gold mirror card, and I'm going to start just by taking 2 notches off each side, and then that should go quite nicely into there, and it does. And then if I grab another piece, and I want, so we know this is 6, so I can go to, if I go to 4 and 2 notches, then I know this piece here that I'm cutting off, because it is exactly 6 inches, is going to be 2 notches under that too. And it looks good. And then, so if I go to 2 inches plus 1, 2, 3, 4, make sure that's nice and straight. That one should be exactly the same size, and they are. Okay. So I've got another piece there for another day, which does come in, so I am just going to pop that back in the packet. And then with these two pieces, I'm going to start just by taking 2 notches off that 6-inch length, which is what I would normally do anyway. Okay. And then if I get a pencil and a ruler, so for this one I need to cut a piece this side out, okay, and then for that one I need to cut a piece on that length. Okay, so that's quite important. If you want to do it easy, just do it to I think that's about 4 inches there, so do 2 notches under the 4 and just leave that bit at the top there blank. Nobody's going to see it when that's down anyway, so it's not so much of a problem, but I wanted to layer up the whole piece of it. So all I'm going to do, so I know my cut needs to go that way along so that it matches that corner. So I'm just going to take that down to 2 inches. No, I'm not, because I've already taken 2 notches off. So I'm going to take that, I've put this 2 notches up here, and I'm going to do it to there. So what I need to do is cut from there to that corner there, and that should be, I hope, the perfect cut. So if I put the corner in the trimmer, first of all let me bring this in so you can see what I'm doing. It's difficult with the arm of it. So I'm putting the corner in there, and then that mark that I've just made there, just making sure it's still there, and then that should fit perfectly into there, and it does. Okay, so you've got 2 options with this one. You can measure it the same, so we've got our bit going there, or you can take the piece that you've done, because it's going to be exactly the same, pop that on nice and flush, draw the line, and then just cut just ahead of that line, and it should be exactly the same. Okay, just check that one just in case I need to take a little bit off, but no, that's fine as well. Okay, so we've got the back done, we've got the 2 sides done. I also, if I bring back in this little piece here, we've got a 2-inch square there. Now I'm wondering whether I want to, because what I was planning on doing was popping the round, I'll grab the page here. So these are quite big, so if I grab that Capricorn there, I think I am going to do it just so that there's something behind it. Okay, so this needs to be a piece that's 2 notches under the 2 and 2 notches under the 2. That should fit onto there perfectly. It does. Okay, so I'll put that back over there just in case we need that later on. We will need that ruler again. I will need that pencil again. Okay, so now if I come to the Capricorn, and the cardstock that's supposed to go with it is this one and this one, which is this one with the foiled and this one with those different star signs on. I'm thinking I'm going to go with the foiled one. I'm going to take that down to, so we're only going to have one side foiled anyway, so I need to bring that to 1, 2, although we could have that on those outer pieces, couldn't we? Yes, we could. I don't think I'm going. I think I'm just going to keep going as I'm going, and I'll use the papers for those bits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But you could do that. You could cut both the ends off there and use those in there instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should go. Let's bring that over there onto there quite nicely. Okay, so happy with that. And then let's have a look at the papers. They are at the back. There we go. So you've got the sort of skies and the sort of cloudy, starry sky, or you've got the sky's the limit, never stop looking up, and this one, I think probably this one is going to go better because it's got those black tones in it. Although this one's got the blue tones of the topper, so we'll use this one because it's got the blue and the black. Okay, so for this one again, we want to be 4 notches under the 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 of those. And luckily this is a pattern that doesn't matter which sort of direction you're going in, so it's still going to look like sky if we're going horizontal or vertical. But if you're using a different sort of type, a different set, then just be aware of that. Okay, so again we're going to cut it down lengthways to 4 notches under the 6 and 4 notches under the 6, which is really 5 3/4. Okay, oh no, we need a square bit as well, which is 4 notches under the 2, and I'm just going to use the black, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm not going to see much of this anyway, but I just think it's going to look better against the black with that circle topper. So that one should fit onto there quite nicely. And it does. Okay, so let's pop those bits out of the way, and I'm going to need that in a second because I need to trim these down. Okay, so we're going to be using that other side. So again with my pencil, and what I can do is if I pop this onto here, just thinking about the easy way to do this. So if I just pop it on round about where it needs to be, pop that over, do a little line there, and I'm going to do the same on here as well. Actually do it on the other side for this one. Although no, let me work this out because that is going to be the wrong side. Let's see if we can do it for that one. So that should work for that one because I've done it on, because I put it on the wrong way round. So I need to put that the right way around for this one. So if you're going to do it the same way, then put your paper on the right way as if it's going to go on there. Otherwise you're going to be cutting the angle the wrong way. Okay, so let's bring in the trimmer, and because we've cut it exactly the same on the edge of that one, what should happen is it should just be a little bit too long, okay, because we want that little gap at the top. So what I'm going to have to do, just take a little bit off the bottom. But it's easier to get that angle right and then trim it than try and get the length right. And then we'll do the same on this one. And there you, I'm going to pop that on, put the corner in, Find where that mark is. There it is. Take that across. Again, it should be, it's going to be just a little bit too long. So let's take that little end off. And this is the same of any angle. If you're cutting any angle, it's better to get that angle right first than the length, because the length is usually a square piece to cut. So okay, that is done. Hopefully that's not completely confusing for you. If you want to do it the other way like I did just now, then just put your ruler through 4 notches above it and then mark at 2 inches again, same as I did with the gold. Okay, so let's do some assembling. So as always, I'm going to be using my Kalau all-purpose glue and my Kalau tacky glue. So let's go ahead and pop this together. And a little bit of tacky glue in those corners. And there's no right or wrong way with this mirror card, so that's nice and easy just to pop in. I can open it up while I'm doing that. And just glue my finger. Again, all purpose. A little bit of tacky glue on the corners. Now you don't have to do the tacky glue on the corners. If you wanted to just use the all-purpose glue, it's fine. Just don't go too close to the edge with the mirror card, because it can take the shine off if it splurges out and you try and wipe it away. Okay, that's why I just use the tacky glue in the corners, because I don't like my ends coming up. So I just put my all-purpose in the middle. Okay, so let's start with this one. So I am going to use, she says, which I've hidden, the method that I've been using lately with my all-purpose in the middle, and a little bit of Crafter's Companion dotty tape pen. The reason for this is, again, I like those ends to stick down, but I find I still get the wiggle room that I like, she says, and I still get the wiggle room I like, but if I just use the all-purpose glue, what I find, I've just got a tiny bit there. What I find is that sometimes it cracks, or it makes a cracking sound when it's moving, and I don't like that. So, but that's the only time I've had the problem with a cracking with mirror card and paper, not with any cardstock. And the reason why I don't like to put the tacky glue on the paper is because this has got a water content to it. So I find it can make my paper go bubbly. But it doesn't go bubbly until way after the card's dried, which is really annoying, and that's when you notice it. That can go away. We can go back to our normal one for this. But I would say, on the whole, if you're going for one glue, then an alcohol-based one, whether it's the Hunkydory one, which I did see in the magazine, they've got the bigger bottles coming, or Crafter's Companion Kalau one. They're both the same thing, really, do the same job as such, so both great products. It was just that I happened to get the Crafter's Companion one on a deal. That's the only reason why I have that one at the moment. And I like the Kalau tacky glue. It's got quite a nice pick, you know, picks and sticks quite quickly, which is what I like. But the other glue I like that does a similar job is the Pin Flare bookbinding glue. I really like that glue as well, but I've run out of that. Although saying that, I did find a bottle the other day, so you may see that coming back at some point. I can't really say about Hunkydory's sort of white glue because I haven't used it, so I have got some here, some of the pens and things, but I haven't used it regularly enough to be able to sort of, I know these work for my crafting, so why am I going to change it? Do you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm just putting that one, this square, the right way up. So this is how we are at the moment. So it stands like so. So you don't have anything else to it. If you were going to put an insert, you'd have to put it on the back. I suppose you could mount it onto a 6x6 card blank if you wanted to. You know, it's up to you. Okay, so let's grab some foam pads. I've just got these ones. I probably think these are about a 2mm maybe. And I need my Capricorn. Where are you? There you are. So I'll tell you what it says about Capricorn on the little topper. Let's see what it says. Capricorn, the sea goat, December the 22nd to January the 19th. Capricorn signs are loyal and ambitious. They are responsible, dedicated and driven to reach their goals. So that's very cool for you if you are a Capricorn. So I think I'm going to bring in those really chunky pads that I got for this topper. So just 4 of those, and these are the 4 or 5mm. I think they're 4, but they look about 1/2 centimetre. Let's have a look. No, they're 4mm. So, but they are like little bricks. I love them. I really need to get some more. Oops. So just take the backs off those. A little bit of tacky glue just to give me a bit of float time. And then let's put our goat the right way round. And pop him down so he's not interfering with any of those folds really. Okay, and then this one, I want this on here. I'm going to put it the right way up. You could go on an angle if you wanted, but it's going to come over those edges, so I only need foam pads sort of in the middle here, so it's going to be easier for me to put some foam pads on that square bit. So let's pop one there and one there. Let's see if I can get away with some more. I think I can get away with one more. So let's just cut another bit there. Just as much support as I can give it really. And we're going to pop that one out. That one off and that one off, sorry. And again some tacky glue just to give me a bit of float time. And then I'm going to pop that one onto there like so. Okay, so now we just need some little gems, and I think I am going to come to these my favourite little pearly ones. These are my new favourite. I think if you wanted to, you could bring that topper down just a little bit. It wouldn't, you know, it would look nice if you did that as well. And it just means that that would all fold a little flatter. Oh, where's that gone? Come out. There you go. I've got some little round beads in there. Oh, I think they've just stuck together. Okay. So let's have a little look. So I need my little grubby thing. There you are. And I'm going to go with 3 big ones on here. So I need to space those out quite well. There's that one. I think that one's even bigger. Come on then. That one will be the same size as that one, I guess. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same here. So let's just pick out those 3. I think I'll go here. So big one in the middle. Oops. Come on then. And then I'm going to take, just because I like an odd amount, put a little drop there and one of the huge ones in that corner. So that's that one finished with that little fun fold. Okay, the other place you could write would be in here if you really wanted to, but it would be hard to write with the pearls on the other side. So you know, it may be if you are sending this card to someone, you might want to write in there before you put the pearls on, maybe. But obviously if you're doing them to sell or to give away, then you know you need to do something with the back. Okay, so let's pop that one to the side, and I'm just going to get set up for card number 2. Okay, so for the second card, I did say a lot of these signs would look great on an easel card, the sort of half easel where they're coming above it. So I'm going to do one of those. I think I'll probably play with a Sagittarius one because I really like the image on that one as well. So I've got a piece of 6x12 cardstock, usually for me really, and I'm going to score at 2, at 4, and then I'm going to turn it over and score at 4. So if you've got the big board, it'll be 2, 4 and 8. I can just about score an 8, but it does crease the card up a bit. So I've only got the little scoreboard, so I have to sort of amend it a little bit. But 2, 4 and 8. And then this should give us a nice little stepper card here. If you wanted to do like a half easel, that would look perfect as well. But I thought of a way I could use up a lot of the cardstock that I wanted to do in this size. So that's how it's going to look when it's assembled. Nice and easy, quick card bank. Okay, so let's bring the little trimmer back in. So I need to do this piece is 4x6. So I need to do 2 notches under the 4, 2 notches under the 6. So 2 notches under the 6 and 2 notches under the 4. And that should fit really nicely onto there, and it does. And then this one, this bottom step is 2 inches by 6. So I should be able to get this other piece out of here if I can get it to cut straight. So 2 notches under the 2. Let's use a little bit of tape to keep that straight. So 2 notches under the 2. I'm just making sure that's flush with the bottom. And then just a little fiddle to get it back out again. Did I cut that 2 notches under 6? I did. Okay, so that one should fit nicely onto there, and it does. So let's get rid of that bit there. So coming back to, what have I done with it? This piece of cardstock that I've cut. So at the top of this piece here, we have got the same image, that Sagittarius one. So I want to use that for my front step. So I'm going to come in. This is probably going to be tricky again. So let's use a little bit of tape. And I want to go 4 notches or 1 3/4. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape there. Keep that straight. And hopefully when I cut this down to size lengthways, so 1 2 3 4 notches, under the 6, I can already see that's not quite straight, but it's not so far off, so I am happy with that. So all I've got then is that little Sagittarius logo again. You can just see the top of the crab coming up, but not enough that it distracts from that picture. And then because the tones in the, if I bring that in and show you, we've got all these red tones on there. I'm going to bring in this piece of paper and I'm going to use that to do the step for the next one. So that is 4 by 6 again, so we need to be 4 notches under the 4, which is 3 3/4, and then 4 notches under the 6, should be 5 3/4. Oh, for a minute then I thought it didn't fit and I had a little panic attack. Okay, so we've got that one and we've got that one. Okay, so I'm also going to use one of the borders in this little bit on this page just to add a little something, but I'm not quite sure where I want to add that yet. So let's do a bit of assembly. So just as I did before, stick the paper on before I pop it onto the, it's just easier to do this. When it's cardstock you can go straight onto the card, but when it's paper you need to sort of be a little bit more careful with it. I find anyway. I mean, you might use the tape, which might be easier, but I don't use it. I have got some, just in the past always found that tape sort of comes off after a while, and it's quite a warm house because obviously I've got a thyroid problem, and so I'm always cold. Even when it's warm I'm cold. Okay, so that one's on there nicely, and then we can do the same with this one. Yeah, so the house is generally warm, so you have to sort of live and learn by what works for you in your environment, you know. I mean, if you're up, I know I've got a couple of viewers up there in Scotland. If you haven't got a thyroid problem, you're probably really cold tolerant, because obviously you get the cooler weather up there anyway, and sort of anywhere north up from here. We're not quite south, but we're not north either, we're sort of in the middle. Okay, so I'm just popping that on there. Okay, so that's how it is looking at the moment. Okay, so let's grab our topper, and I want one of these borders, so let me grab my knife. Let's see, which one shall I have? I might have the planet one, so we'll cut that out ready. I think that's what I'm going to use. I may change my mind in a minute. We have also got, we could tie that in with a little planet here, and if I bring in that one with the meanings, here we go. Sagittarius, there we go, the archer. And I'll tell you what that one means. So this one says Sagittarius signs are known for their curiosity and generosity to others. They are optimistic, creative, and love adventures. So if you fancy getting out and about, you need to find yourself a Sagittarius fella or gal, depending on what you like. Okay, so I want this still to fit in a 6 by 6 envelope. So I know I can come up about 2 inches. And I really want to be up about 2 inches, so I'm away from that step. And let's grab them. I'm going to come in with these. They're probably only about 2 millimeters. So just need to pop these about halfway up. Let's take that little bit off there. Put that there. And then I'm going to go across there. Okay, so that should be fine there. Just want a little tight that foam pad, just curves my top a little bit. So let's pop to there. And if I turn my card this way, I can still check I've got it in the right place. And I'm not going too high. I think that should be fine. Yeah, perfect on the back. Result. So, and I'm going to come up again the same on this one. So I want a little bit of height there. So let's do that one. Again, that's just going to go on the bottom. I'm keeping these at the same height. Oops. There we go. Just pop these off. Hold on. This one we want right there. That's fine. Okay, let's see what we're going to do with this piece. So I kind of was thinking maybe coming along and out. We can put that at the bottom as a hidden feature. I don't want to hide it. I don't know if I need it now. No, I'm going to leave it. I am going to come with this one, so I don't know if I want that there. I think that kind of fills the space there. I don't really want to cover that one up. Yeah, let's go with that. So I'm going to use the same size foam pad. Let me just cut one in half, so I've got a bit at the bottom and the top for a support. And like I say, this would be nice as a sort of half easel. You know, I've done the half easel before where you don't do the full panel coming over the top of that. Oh, which way up is it? That looks like it's a D, so we'll do it that way. Pop that one in there, like so. And then I'm going to come back with these gems. Not sure where my tray's gone. We'll use one of these. Put some of those in. And I think I want some smaller ones this time. I'm going to go along the bottom there. 1, 2, 3. Here's my picker-upper. I'm looking for 3 around out. Sorry if you can hear my stomach speaking. I just had some dinner not long ago, and sometimes my food likes to talk to me as it's making its way around my system. Okay, so we've got 3 there, and then I think I am going to do, let's have one that side, one that size, and I'm going to put, I'll just clean that, put that one there. There you are. And I'm going to put this big one over here. Don't want to put anything on here. If I was going to do anything there, I would do a little bit of glitter, but I'm not going to do glitter because I want to keep this quite masculine. But any sort of glitters or rub-on foils would be nice there as well. But that's the finished card, so you can see it will still go in a 6x6 envelope, and it is going to stand like so. You will only need a 4x6 sort of size insert, just slightly under I would do. Usually I do them about 1/4 of an inch smaller, so same size I'd do my last mat really. And then that sort of gives the gives plenty of room for the insert inside to sort of really stand out as an insert. Okay, so let's just bring that other one back in. Let me fold that up so you can see that one there. It looks better that way so you can see. And then you've got that one there with the thumb fold. Let me pop a little bit of stick there and then you can see. So this is just a bit of double-sided tape. I'm only doing this just so you can see it on the camera. You don't have to do that. Is it going to stay? Come on. Not big enough. In any case, all of my cards I do take pictures of. I put them on Pinterest. I do put them on Facebook as well, so that's doing it a little slower, so hopefully you'll see that one. But on this one, quite rare for me really is to use those really big gems. I do like using big gems, but really it has to have the right project. But that's it for me today, just those 2 cards. I am going to come back with this one more time. I know from sort of things people have been saying online, it's not been a very popular kit. And I think it is because it's one of those kits that's really handy to have for that odd person that you really don't know, but you know when their birthday is because you've got to send them a card. And this just slips in there quite nicely because it can be masculine or feminine. You can put loads and loads of glitter on this, really make it really feminine. And also I think as well, from looking at pictures, watching the kit on TV, watching my own video back, I don't think this kit really comes across well on the TV. I mean, you've got all of these beautiful little foilings on these stars that doesn't really come across. It really is a nice kit. And what I would say, you know, if I know one of the ladies I spoke to, she's given hers away to somebody else who really wants it. But if you've got this kit, you know, just get it out, just have a little play with it. And I'm sure once you've made something, even if you just copy one of these cards, when you've made a card of it, you'll appreciate it a lot more. And sometimes I think TV is a wonderful thing, but this artwork is stunning. It really is the nicest artwork I've seen on a kit of this type. So, you know, sort of these zodiac signs, it is the nicest and it's really modern and fresh. So all I'm saying is give it a go, make a card. If you still hate it, you still hate it, you've not lost it, it's come with the magazine anyway. But yeah, I felt really sad that you know, people were saying that they didn't love it as much, but I can truly understand why, because like I say, it doesn't really come across on camera as nice as it is, or as nice as I think it is anyway. But anyway, that's me. I'll get off my soapbox. That's me for today. So thank you so much for watching as always. I'll be back in a couple of days time again with this one, and then we'll move on to that animal one. I've got a card planned with at least a Chihuahua. The other dog as well looks like my little Henry, as if he was in all that gear. I really like some of the other ones as well, so I might have a good old go. According to the magazine, it's saying that there's no more new launches for this year. So it's a good opportunity for me to get out some of those kits that we've had over Christmas, maybe even before that, and have a little play. You know, take a fresh look at them. It's always good to go back through your stash every now and then and get it all out and have a little play. But like I say, thanks for watching. Happy crafting. Take care. Bye bye.